Buy a lady a drink at the next inn?
Ajita has gold if you have wares.
Hello there.
Where will our adventures take us today? will be good to catch up with.
Gerald.
Denis.
Here we go. Camping like this on High Isle. Seems like a long, long time ago.
Train
General Endare kicked them out.
How do you know? Were you there? I heard she had nothing to do with it.
This is about Cormount, isn't it? Don't blame her because you backed the wrong side.
Did someone call for a knight? Looking forward to seeing what you make of that.
You there! You look like a capable forager. I need some help. Can we talk? You there! You look like a capable forager. I need some help. Can we talk? Thank the ancestors you stopped. Right. Well, I'm in a bit of a predicament here. I need to collect ingredients for a medicinal tincture, and I simply don't have time. I need someone to help. Ah, yes. I am Balva Bemis, retainer to Oathman Laro Rawless of House Telvanni. Laro suffers from beastly headaches, and I'm making a tincture to address his malady. I need some hard-to-attain ingredients. If you aid me, I'll pay you well. I need the musk gland of a bull netch. I spotted some netch remains around Kemel Z. Also a plant called the volcanic stinkhorn from near Salem Mora. And lastly, fungal blooms from a dead shroom beetle. The best ones skitter around Tel Drelov. Once you collect the ingredients, I'll make the necessary preparations at my workstation in Ald Isra. You know, getting the viscosity right and all that.
Nice. What did you find? Stendarr must be watching. Good quality there.
Stand in the presence of Hermaeus Mora. We must converse. Laramil has done well, and brought fate's chosen into my unrelenting gaze. All other outcomes are now excluded. From this moment, fate's ever-branching tree begins to grow again. And with it, new possibilities emerge. It concerns beginnings and endings, secrets too dangerous to reveal, and the stability of the threads of fate. Hidden rivals threaten my realm, and thereby threaten all of reality. If they succeed, fate will unravel and doom both our worlds. I am the golden eye of fate, and the keeper of whispers. Knowledge and memory are my domains. How this threat eludes me, I do not know. But you are the key to preserving Apocrypha. I have foreseen it, and in doing so, you shall save the mortal realm. Let Larabil guide you, as she can perceive the threads of fate without undue mental anguish. They converge in 3 locations, places of revelation. Meet her in the Necron Bindery, in the mortal city of the same name. Now, let us seal our covenant. The 3 glyphics before you contain the concepts necessary to create a contract to bind us. I submit to this as a promise of cooperation. You may serve as my proxy without fear of harming your own interests. Now, take the glyphics, combine them. It is for your peace of mind, mortal. I offer to bind myself, to give you the power to constrain my actions, so that you may trust me. The contract also marks you as my proxy. That could prove beneficial in some places you must travel. Do you know so little, mortal? Apocrypha is my domain. A plane of oblivion I have shaped to my needs. And this plane, the mortal realm, some refer to it as Nirn. As for the connection, just know that if Apocrypha falls, Nirn will cease to exist. The scholars and mystics of your world call me a Daedric prince. What you see is only an aspect of my true self, for the mortal mind cannot contain the whole of me. This form suffices. Your mind must remain intact for you to be of use to fate. Precious little. They are shadows that vanish under my scrutiny. Obscure figures that somehow hide from my gaze. It is disconcerting. Never have I been so blind. Every possible fate unfolds before me. They all lead to an event I thought erased from chance eons ago. If this course isn't altered, Apocrypha falls, reality unravels, and Nirn is destroyed. This enemy eludes me, but you are my secret advantage. That is the reason fate chose you. Your instinctual ability to succeed no matter the obstacles placed before you, no matter the odds. Follow the threads I selected for Larabil. See where they lead. That is the key to saving both our realms. Fate takes many paths, mortal. Find Laramil in Necron, and choose wisely.
That could be helpful.
Side by side, let's work together.
When the battle swung in our favor.
On my honor!
Good quality there.
Side by side, let's work together.
That was a waste of time. No one goes to Salem Mora anymore, and now I can see why. Getting badgered by priests and buoyant armigers isn't worth seeing the one impressive relic they keep at the shrine. Is that where you're headed? The Shrine of St. Voorhees? Patron saint of House Telvanni? It's the only reason why anyone would go to Salem Mora. I stopped by to see the relic of St. Voorhees, but the High Priest wouldn't even let me get close enough to get a good look. I didn't stay long enough to find out. Apparently, it's an honor just to be in its mere presence. Didn't feel like anything special to me. If you're headed that way, maybe you can see what all the fuss is about. Good luck, outsider. You're going to need it.
Let me in, you fools! Night. Ah, good. Depends. I've started.
Down you go!
Push through the opposition. We need to Draw the Guardian's ire so I can contain the distortion.
Rampage ends now! Become unmoored from now! Time weaves all around us, and I can creatures of the past, obey my will. You see now, my power has no limits. Time is so fragile. So easy to thread. Your future arrives early. Now you see how I control your fate! I exist in all of time! This has happened before! Do you feel the drift? How? Why didn't you see my intent?
Thread is too heavy. The knot is too tight. I can't.
It's gone. Wait, we've moved. Look around. My word.
The settlement is hardly built. The distortion threw us into the past.
Interloper! Lay down your arm, and it will be a quick death.
Even now we're on our way. I'd hoped to stay clear from violence, but times are dire. It's deeper below ground. Keep searching. Protect the tower! moved us. Again. What era? Up the rope seems the only way out. Go. I'll catch my breath.
Did the distortion come from fire?
wasn't in the tower. I fear they built this temple around the knot. Let's go.
Well, I was right. Here it is.
Matriarch, allow us to neutralize the distortion.
I've waited years for you. Prepare. Die, creatures!
Cannot allow I must destroy it. Keep the matriarch away from me while I My lord! You failed.
All of time! It's so strong! The knot is unraveling! I can pull us through!
We have emerged. I feel different.
They say the Hagfen is safe for travel these days, but I still hate nasty, smelly swamps.
Please? I have no one else I can turn to. I need help. I worked as a servant in the towers of Tel Drelloth. Nathan, the son of Mistress Drelloth, is being kept prisoner there. At least, I think he must be. Nathan and I had plans to leave Tel Drelloth together. Someone must have found out, because the day we planned to leave, I was dismissed from my position. Mistress Drelloth, or Sethiel, I suppose, pushed me out without a chance to see Nathan. If she's holding him against his will, he'll be in the isolation tower. The only access is through the lab in the caverns that run underneath. There's a key in the top floor of the main tower. Please, can you help me? I'll pay for your assistance. Thank the eight you came along. I had no idea how I would do this on my own. I know Sethiel would just throw me out again, but Nathan is my whole world. I can't possibly leave Tel Drelloth without him. The first step is finding that key. Certainly. You know, it's been so long since I spoke to another outsider. I didn't think I'd miss it so much. I used to ask myself that question every day. It all happened so fast. I had a big family in Cropsford. We fled east from Cyrodiil when the Three Banners War began. By the time I made it here, I'd lost everyone. I was on my own. She gave me lodging and fair wages, too. She was kind to me, in her way. I used to think it was out of some goodness of her heart that she took me in. After she dismissed me, I was left wondering if she even has a heart. Very little, actually. It's not what she said, rather... While packing, I found a note in my belongings, signed by Nathan, full of hurtful things. Things I know he would never say to me. I'm certain of it. I know Nathan's handwriting, and more than that, I know his heart. He'd never say such cruel things to me. And the fact that Sethiel made up those lies hurts me even more.
come seeking the wisdom of the forefathers. You are in the correct place. I'm very glad you stopped. Not many travelers do along this road. So busy. All a conversation cost is time, of which we are all in good supply. We are none of us late. Not really. We are all headed toward the same ending, and no one rushes there. Necrom. A nook there awaits my urn. A shelf that, once I arrive, I can never leave. So I spend my days wandering nearby, waiting until my time comes to make the final journey. Are you familiar with the Necropolis? Ah, that's not surprising. It is the city of the dead. A wonderful location of respect, duty, and life, yes, life. Between keepers and the pilgrims, Necrom is a wonderfully lively place. I had such fun there during my early years. Oh, thank the three I am not. The next time I visit Necrom shall be an eternal one. I don't want to rush there. Besides, I don't go anywhere quickly these days. Might as well enjoy the scenery while I can. Yes. Well, there is something new to see everywhere you go. I used to hate the repetitiveness of travel until I truly traveled. Now I see new delights in every rock. Take your time and enjoy where you are. Well, there's nowhere else quite like it.
The talisman of St. Voorhees will be mine, and I'm all yours, Relassie, if you can catch me.
The Lark of Rosgard is so smug when he's got the high ground. He won't be so smug when he's level with my boot. And his little disappearing act. Let me get my hands on him, and I'll make him disappear. That fetching thief has been a thorn in my side for far too long. He's planning to rob the shrine at Salem Mora of the sacred relic of St. Voorhees. I need extra hands if I'm to stop him. Yours could do. Are you looking for work? Stand in for me at the shrine and the Khajiit caravan nearby. Ask questions. Search for any clues or suspicious activity and assure the High Priest that I have everything under control. Help me. And I'll make sure you're compensated for your time. High Priest Treelan will be your point of contact at the shrine. He seems insistent the Khajiit are involved in the heist somehow. I have a feeling they're only guilty of poor timing. Meet me back here when you're done. I'm Relassie. I'm a buoyant armiger and I serve the will of the Tribunal. I'm fully aware that I may be more straight-laced than other armigers you've met. No need to remark on it. My standing orders are to apprehend the Lark. That's why I'm here. History. That's one way to put it. The others in my order seem to delight in romanticizing this cat-and-mouse dynamic the Lark plays up between us. I tell you, there's nothing poetic about persistently playing the fool in someone else's story. I can detail the charges of his past exploits once we've caught him. Arrogant Fetcher might even tell you himself. See, he has to evade me every time. I only have to capture him once. By Vivec, and with your help, today's going to be the day. The Lark of Rosgard is a slippery, pompous, no-good brigand. He plots his exploits and picks his marks to sow misery, reap notoriety, and make my life difficult. I know very little about the relic. You might ask about it up at the shrine. The Talisman of St. Voorhees is exactly what you'd expect. It's gaudy and ancient, and the High Priest will no doubt be thrilled to enlighten you on its history. Those details don't help me in stopping the Lark, which is my primary concern. Please, the Lark of Rosgard enlist an accomplice? That fetching glory hound would never. That fetching wasn't in regards to his looks, by the way. His mask prevents me from making any objective assessment. What else did you want to know? I fear the Lark might leave a note for me at the shrine, if he hasn't already. Aggravating little habit of his. Keep it hidden from the High Priest if you can. He already thinks little of me for how I've handled the Khajiit camp. In short, I haven't. They're Bandari peddlers, a group of nomads with a bit of an unsavory reputation for theft. High Priest Treelam thinks they have something to do with the intended theft of the Talisman of St. Voorhees. I'm not convinced. A caravan of alleged pickpockets taking blame for the Lark's grand larceny? That's preposterous. And worse, it's unjust. Questioning from an armiger seems unnecessarily hostile. I'm glad to send you in my stead. I've got a plan of my own already in motion. Crucial pieces of it need tending to. But I can tell you more about that when we meet up later. Unless you have more questions, I suggest you be on your way. Meet me here when you're done.
All may bask in the talisman's divine glory. From a respectful distance, please. If you're here to bask in the presence of the Talisman of St. Voorhees, I humbly ask that you do so out of arm's reach. If you have any questions about the relic's history, I'd be more than happy to answer them. Shh, not so loud. This is a very delicate situation. We need to ensure that what few pilgrims we have aren't scared off by any of this. Relassi hasn't exactly kept us apprised of her plans. What did she send you to do? Of course she did. That's it. I'm sending a priest to shadow her. After Relassi came through to examine the talisman, I've had to stand watch. I've made sure not to let anyone get too close. Especially not any outsiders. It's been exhausting. Aside from you, there was one other, an Ella Khajiit, who asked many questions. Without, I might add, the judgmental sneering typical of most outsiders. I cannot recall his name, but he was alone. I've heard the dangerous ones only travel in groups. I'm so glad you asked. This shrine has stood since the dawn of the Second Era in honor of St. Voorhees the Immolent, patron saint of House Telvanni. I am the High Priest, and I oversee the care of our most valued relic, the Talisman of St. Voorhees. St. Voorhees believed that we honor our ancestors through the forceful expression of will over others. The gem within the relic exemplifies this belief. It was claimed in conquest during his march across elsewhere. Not stole, claimed in conquest. The shrine is dedicated to exercising our forceful expression of will. We hope to someday unravel the hidden mystical properties held by the gem that eluded even the great St. Voorhees until his death. Testing one's will on the talisman serves as a humbling reminder that forceful expression of one's will is an unending journey. Salen Mora used to be a haven for aspiring Telvanni, pilgrims eager to test their mettle. But alas, those days are gone. Most come to visit the crypts. Few stay to properly observe the majesty of the relic. I cannot understand why. Admittedly, we have had an influx of visitors since this Lark character announced his intentions to steal the talisman. I'd hate to think that spectacle was the only thing calling pilgrims to the shrine anymore. And if the Lark succeeds, there won't be anything here worth visiting for at all. Please, make sure Relassi stops him, will you? Excuse me. Please step back from the relic.
Stopping here, when these dark elves lurk about the edges of our camp.
Oh, Shadea. You worry too much. Surely they mean us no harm. Luck be with you, Walker. This one is Elier Sodro, Caravan Elder. Our wares and coin are in short supply, but our camp is open to all who may seek to rest and be at ease. What does your heart seek that we may provide? No. We Bandari are used to scrutiny, but rarely from such a distance. The Dark Elves in these lands seem colder than most. This is no matter. This one extends his warmest welcomes to you instead. The shrine. Oh, that shrine. It is a place holy to Dark Elves, yes? Of little interest to us, Khajiit. This one is late in his years and does not remember. But he may have accidentally wandered through? Yes, that was probably so. Ask Shadea. This one thought it sensible to hire protection while crossing a land rife with slavers, and her sharp eyes miss nothing. And you are welcome to ask around our camp, Walker. Make yourself at home among the Bandari. As Bandari, our travels take us wherever the roads may lead us. The roads happen to lead us here, to this Salen Mora. We sought to stay at the Grand Outpost east of here, but it seems to be in ruins. This one has seen many years pass, and wearies more easily of travel. He thinks just this one more night will do well for his aching bones. You are welcome to join us, Walker. We have food and tents to spare for those who share our company. Perhaps you have come across our kind in your travels before. No matter. We are traveling merchants, seeking to sell our wares in all corners of the land. This one was born on the road and has traveled with this caravan all of his days. Shadea and her mercenaries are not, though they would be welcome among us if they desired to be. Our clan opens its arms to those who wish to follow the way of the Bandari. Very different from what this one has seen of these Telvanni, yes?
What new tale will we tell?
What is it you want? Your nose is too close to my face. This one is called Shadea. She and her mercenaries are here only to protect the caravan for coin. This one dislikes this place and will remain no longer than she must. You have questions? Talk to the Elder. This one knows nothing. This one is not in the habit of paying tithes to foreign saints. The Elder may have gone, but he insisted others stay at the camp. Fine by this one, so long as she gets paid. Yes, a nosy walker came to spy and ask foolish questions. And Shadea was the only one bothered by this. Then again, the Elder and his family are Bandari. They are used to being treated like criminals. Anything else, nosy walker? Stand a bit closer and find out. This one is quick with her blade and does not hesitate to stick it in those who ask for it. Pray that won't be you. Bother someone else if you're looking for a job, Walker. This one's band has no room to cut in another share. These peddlers can barely afford us as it is.
Here. The locker's in the crypt. He just slipped past.
Looking forward to seeing what you make with that.
I just saw him. The Lock of Rosgard. He's in the crypts. Just need a moment to catch my breath. I was setting up protective runes in the crypts when some Swit priest came bumbling in after me and set them off. We were forced to flee when the spirits of the interred attacked us, and then the Lock of Rosgard managed to slither into the crypts. He's so slippery, there's no guarantee they'll even slow him down. Quickly, please. If you can help deter the spirits, I'm sure we can corner him and stop this once and for all. Quickly, into the crypts! We can't let him get away!
Behind this, I wonder.
too far ahead.
The way that priest tripped all of your protective runes, it's almost like they're working against you, Relasi.
No! Get him!
Stendarr was with us in that battle. We're alive and they're not. Back, thieves.
I know that Fletcher's here somewhere. Let's see if we can draw him out.
And the talisman is mine! You know, if you leave that replica where it is, the High Priest would be none the wiser. It could be our little secret.
No, no! How did he know? Nobody saw me. How could the Lark have known? He has the talisman. The real talisman. I made a replica of the original. Switched it out without the High Priest knowing. Then, I hid the real one down here to keep it safe. The High Priest refused my order to take the relic off display. He thinks it's safe as long as he's watching it. But the Lark could steal stripes off a cat. If I couldn't stop his heist, I thought I could at least trick him into taking a replica. That arrogant swit! And if that foolish priest hadn't prematurely set off my runes, I'd have clipped the Lark's wings and had him dead to rights! Tell me this isn't over. Tell me you found something useful. Something at the Khajiit camp, maybe. A story. Great. What reason would this elder have to visit the... Wait. Did you read this? His legend says the relic holds this Eye of Bandar. Fetch it all! I need you to get back to the camp quickly, before the High Priest intervenes. Keep an eye on that elder. If he's really involved, he may not know the danger he's put himself in. Believe me, even if only one of the Khajiit is conspiring with the Lark, the High Priest will make sure the entire caravan suffers for it. I'll see to High Priest Treelam. I'll assure him that you're in pursuit of our thief and everything is going as planned. If you don't manage to recover the talisman, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Your prowess was befitting a knight. Well done.
Go ahead. I'll meet up with you soon.
That could be helpful.
Walker, help. Please. They're still alive in the ruins. Walker, please. Save my family. Shadea kept pushing to leave. Elir Sudro insisted we stay. And then he told her everything. The relic, the thief, secrets we swore to keep. He spoke on the eye's value to the Bandari, but she heard only the promise of coin. Took them to the ruins. The relic is the price of their lives. Too late for me, Walker. Please, find the Lark. Save the others.
Everything went off without a... Wait. Where is everyone? What happened here? Did you do this? I knew Relasi was desperate to get me, but I never thought she'd order something like this. Shadea? Why did he tell her? That old cat is too quick to assume the good in everyone. And perhaps I'm about to make the same mistake, but I'll ask it plainly. Can I count on your help in rescuing my client and his family or not? You think the Bandari are paying me? They could barely afford to pay their mercenaries. The Lark of Rosgard never leaves a job unfinished. Simple as that. Stealing is so inelegant a word for what I do. I prefer to think of it as reacquisition. And the simple answer is that some things are much better earned than bought. Trust, for example. If I give you the talisman, will I have earned yours? When we get to the ruins, I need you to barter with Shadea. Do whatever you can to keep her occupied with the talisman. While you do that, I'll do what I do best. It's a gamble, but I think we can pull it off. I have some answers, but let's not go on too long. As much as I'd welcome seeing Relasi, I think it's best if we keep ahead of her for the moment. I'll meet you at the ruins. Remember to keep Shadea talking as long as possible.
Oh, nice. What did you find? Safely to your rest. I'm right here. Stay focused. Give me strength.
Walker, come no closer or this one will bleed out the elder. Where is the thief?
Shadea, please. This one is sure that Walker means no harm. We can talk through this, yes?
You should have kept your nose to yourself, Walker. This does not concern you. What? Where did you... It does not matter. Give it to Shadeia, now! With so many hands grasping for it, someone must pay well for it, yes? Shadeia is losing patience. Toss it over now! What was that? No! Curse you, thief! No! You will pay for this, Walker! Surrender the talisman or the others die!
Please, Walker. Save this one's family. Give her the talisman if you must.
That's Relasi. Follow my lead and play along.
Stop right there!
You've tricked me out of the talisman, but you'll never catch me alive!
Scoundrel! Thief! Pariah, curse you and hound your steps for all your days!
Well, that was convincing. Where are the others?
This one is not injured, Walker. Perhaps it is a better fate than he deserves. This one misplaced his trust, and now pays dearly for it. Those who tried to fight back were killed. Please, Walker, none of this was worth the lives of my family. Save who you can.
I came as quickly as I could. As soon as I saw what happened at the camp, I followed the tracks here to the outpost. But Vec, what a terrible thing. If there are any others left alive, we need to save them. I'd have been here sooner, but High Priest Treelam kept badgering me with questions. He hasn't even realized his precious relic was replaced with a fake. When I got there, he'd taken it off the pedestal and was clutching it to his chest. While there are lives at stake, I couldn't give a nix. If you can go after them, I'll escort the Elder here safely out of the caverns. Can I still count on you?
Unwillingly, face Shadeia's blade and slaughter.
Do this together!
There are none left to stand against us.
My thanks, Walker.
You are a true friend to the Bandar.
This one shall pay your favor forward.
Oh, good. I was starting to get worried. The others just passed me. They're safe. Now, all that remains is to decide the fate of the Talisman of St. Voorhees. She wouldn't. The only person Relassi wants to suffer for this crime is me, and she still needs to catch me. Besides, if the High Priest knew about her little stunt with the replica talisman, she'd be finished. We've got that we can hold over her. Way ahead of you. While you were saving the hostages, I doubled back and managed to steal Relassi's replica off the High Priest personally. Serves him right for not listening to my favorite armiger in the first place. So I could give it to you. Will you honor the patron saint of House Telvanni by restoring his shrine's most beloved spoil of war? Or will you don the mask of the pariah and deliver them the replica? The choice is now yours. For everyone involved to keep their desired reputations, there is no one else I can trust with this decision. It has to be you. I mean, I know what I'd do, but it's in your hands now. As far as Relassi knows, you only have the original talisman. If you give the original to Elior Sudro and the replica to Relassi, she'll have to pretend it's the real thing, or get herself in a whole world of trouble by admitting how she lost it. Then you'll have honored the tribunal and saved the Shrine of St. Voorhees from a fate of worshipping a worthless trinket with no real mystical properties for time immemorial. Or perhaps they'd be doing that either way. Who can say? What they don't know won't hurt them. The Eye of Bandar has been lost for generations, and yet the Bandari kept its legend alive through stories. Is the faith in St. Voorhees so fragile that the loss of one relic would send it crumbling? That question, my friend, would be best asked of Elior Sudro. Though if you've heard the tale of his little ancestor, you may have some understanding of it already. Relassi has made things hard for herself, remaining a decent person in her line of work. Even her making that replica was done with the best of intentions. Chasing someone for so long with little to no headway can't be easy. She deserves a win. When we've just started having fun? No. The Lark's got plenty of work to do, believe me. And if I wind up playing the fool in Relassi's story more often, I think that's something I can live with. Relassi follows a code, as did St. Voorhees, as do the Bandari. As I do, and I'm sure you do too. Our codes clash and harmonize. Most of the time, they pass in quiet opposition. I'm holding out hope that Relassi and I will harmonize again someday. No. See, the important thing here is that Relassi didn't catch me. In fact, you looking like you caught me works in my favor. Trust me, she needs the encouragement. It'll keep her from giving up. My reputation wouldn't be half of what it is today without Relassi making me notorious. That's a valuable thing to have in a long-term adversary. And she keeps me on my toes. That's useful. Even if I'd much rather she have me on my back. As far as Relassi knows, you only have the original talisman. If you give the original to Elior Sudro and the replica to Relassi, she'll have to pretend it's the real thing, or get herself in a whole world of trouble by admitting how she lost it. See you around, stranger. And send my fondest farewells to Relassi, will you?
Another find for your pack. Let's go.
The Walker has returned. 1,000 blessings to you, savior of the Bandari. This one mourns those lost when Shadea's greed overtook her. But we would have lost so much more if it were not for you, Walker. This one knows not how to express his thanks. The buoyant Armiger, she failed to catch our tricky friend, yes? Ha! So, the fate of the Eye of Bandar falls to you. Whichever way you choose, Walker. This one asks only that you do not use what you learned today about the Eye to challenge the faith of those who serve at this shrine. This one grew up hearing the story of his little ancestor, sparing the life of her caravan by tricking the Fiery One into his obsession with the Eye. Now, this one followed his own obsession, and lost many. Ask what you will. This one will answer. You mean that the Eye of Bandar inside the relic has no hidden magic at all? By the code of the Bandari, such words would be unwelcome in the ears of those who follow Saint Voorhis. They would cause harm, and so we discourage them. This one cannot say, Walker. This one only has the code of the Bandari to indulge the beliefs of others. Besides, to wield the truth in such a way would ruin the most fragrant mischief of the story of the little ancestor, yes? Ah, by all appearances, it is a simple gem trapped within a gilded talisman, yes? The Eye of Bandar is a relic traded between clans of Bandari. The holder may ask for any item, any favor within means, and the receiver must provide. Should you break it free from the talisman, you would see. It is moonstone, worth very little coin, yes? And yet, it is rubbed smooth and small from passing between the hands of my people. A symbol of indulgence and trading in good faith. Walker, this one is at a loss for words. Our caravan will pay forward your generosity 1,000 times, but what will become of the shrine of Saint Voorhis? Very good, Walker, very good.
That could be helpful.
Good, you're back. Just as we planned.
The Lark got away, but the remaining Khajiit are safe, right? Then it's a victory. I recognize my handiwork. I'll be a hero returning this to the shrine. It's a false victory, but no one needs to know that besides us. Take your payment. If we meet again, I hope it will be after I've taken the upper hand on the Lark of Rosgard. What happened today was a setback, but the knowledge is my burden to bear. No one needs to learn from it except me. I'll make it right by capturing the Lark of Rosgard next time. I swear it. I'll send a report to my superiors. I'll remain in Salem Mora for a few days, just to make sure it's safe. And then I'll likely be back on the trail of the Lark of Rosgard. Oh, I've always had an eye for that sort of thing. The sacred gem looked enough like moonstone that I made it work in a pinch. A little bit of weathering, using some basic spells, and that's it. Sometimes I wonder if I got in the wrong line of work. It's just being furtive and aware of your surroundings. I suppose I have some sort of intuition I've picked up from my work on... You know what? I'm going to stop this line of questioning right here. No. I get enough teasing about how good a thief I'd be from the Lark of Rosgard. I don't need it from you two. Now run along before I decide to change my mind about not taking anyone into custody for this case.
Armiger Relossi, your efforts in returning this relic to our shrine will be noted.
In the saddle.
smelling them for hours.
To battle!
Another find for your pack.
They're not like the towers back home. But they're beautiful in their own way. Good. Nobody's noticed us so far. The key is in that chest. It's a spare for when the researchers misplace theirs. Got it? Let's speak for a moment. All right! We have the key. This is going better than I thought it would. And it's strange. Everything looks so different in here without the wards. It all feels so empty. Nathan's protective wards. You know, Sathiel's magic barriers that kept Nathan's half of the tower in isolation. I couldn't cross them at all. They certainly made tidying up a bit of a trial. I mentioned the wards before, didn't I? sorry. I guess I've been here so long it's become normal to me. Sathiel said the outside world would kill Nathan, and she was working on a cure. But as far as I know, she and her husband were trying to cure the Nahatan flu. He died years ago, when Nathan was just a baby, from the disease they were trying to cure. Sathiel must be sheltering Nathan for fear of losing him, too. She's doing it out of love. That I can understand. But that doesn't make it right. We'll take the portal pad to the cellar. Then the key will get us into the labs. From there, it's just making our way through the caverns to the isolation tower. As long as we don't cross Sathiel, the others will be too busy to stop us. Good question. I've never known her to be particularly combative, but if Nathan's wards were any indication, she does wield very powerful magic. Which she may use to escort us out. Nathan's well-being is a family affair, and the researchers are far more focused on their work. They're tasked with observing their subjects for the slightest changes, so they won't keep their eyes on us for long, anyway. Test subjects for her experiments. Animals, as far as I know. Some of the experiments are rather grisly. I kept away from the lab for that exact reason. I've heard some of these Telvanni use slaves for such things, but Sathiel's not like that. No, and that's exactly what worries me. She's tested no cures on him because there's nothing to cure. He's not sick. She just wants control. Poor Nathan. His mother loves him, but it's almost like she's the one with the sickness. I don't think I've ever seen it this empty down here. Where is everyone? Wait, what are these subjects doing out of containment? I'm with you, my friend. Why are they like this? What has Sathiel done to them? There. Are those research notes? Look around. Maybe there's something here that explains what happened. What's that? It looks like a letter. What did you find? Anything that explains what's happened? Let me see. No, I'd never write such a thing. Did Cecile write this? Does she really think this sounds like me? What did the research notes say? Spores? The researchers spoke of those. Little seeds on the air, invisible to the eye like flu or fever. I think that's how molds and mushrooms make more of themselves. Delman spore sample. Delman? Delman? What is that? It sounds like a name. It sounds familiar. I just can't place where I've heard it before. She mentions these toxic spores interfering with wards. Does that mean Nathan's wards? If these spores reach the isolation tower, he could be in danger. The observation outpost. No guts, no blood. Where is everyone? The 8-year-old right.
Daisha, stranger, you shouldn't be here. Too dangerous. Go no further. Spores nearly killed me. Barely exposed. Natural immunity. I will live. Heard shouting, then screaming. Everyone came running. Big mistake. Subject spores. Too strong. Wanted to escape. Mistress Dreloth. She coaxed him back to isolation. Delman, too strong. Stronger than I've ever seen. Delman, Mistress Dreloth's greatest experiment. The cure, the affliction. Delman did this. Trouble breathing. Barely survived. The other researchers, not so lucky. Too late for them. Go no further. You could be killed.
glad Tunche is all right. But he's just given us more questions than answers. I know he's one of her most trusted assistants, but if this Delman is one of Sethiel's experiments, how does Tunche not blame her for what happened here? I know, but... fetch it all! I just wish I could remember where I've heard it before. Delman. Delman. No, that's just the trouble. If Nathan had said or written it, I'd probably remember it exactly. Delman. Delman... It's on the tip of my tongue. Where did Tunche say Sethiel took the subject again? That must mean the isolation tower. Where Nathan is. Let's keep going. I don't know what we're going to do, but Sethiel needs to be stopped. The researchers too? Gods, what has she done?
We're in this together.
No researchers too. Do you feel that? It's like we're being watched.
I've tolerated this incursion long enough. Whoever you are, you've fallen for Dacia's fanciful tale. And now you're enabling her dangerous obsession with my son. Nathan made his feelings for Dacia perfectly clear in the letter he wrote. Or was that vital piece of information kept from you? So what if I did? They'd both do well to believe it. They can never be together, do you hear me? Never! Leave this place! Forget all that you've seen, or you'll end up worse than Tunche. Delman? Where did you hear this name, Delman? Ah, I see. So your half-informed mind proves far more dangerous than an uninformed one. You cannot help. Leave this place, or I will do everything in my remaining power to stop you.
It will be good to catch up with Commander Jorvel. I've been thinking about her and Aurelia quite a bit lately. Just...
Delman was her husband. That's right! I must have heard it from her once, long ago when she first brought me on. He died from the Nahatan flu. The thing she's trying to cure. I've never seen her like this before. I don't know. Has she gone mad? Was she always this way? If so, she's been hiding it, and I can't blame her. If she were carted off to Gorn, she'd be parted from Nathan. The thought of it probably only made things worse for her. If you mean to heed Sethiel's words and leave, then I'll have to go on alone. Nathan is my whole world. I'm not leaving without him.
If you won't listen to me, perhaps my guardian will compel you to turn back. You cannot fight the danger that lies ahead.
Well fought.
This is your last chance. Dacia, turn back, or you may never leave this tower again.
Dacia, stay back! I tried to escape, but she was right. My mother was right about everything.
Nathan, what are you talking about? We're here to rescue you.
Stay back from the ward. Mother says it's already in a weakened state due to the strength of my affliction. I don't recognize you, stranger. What are you doing with Dacia? Rescue? Then she really does love me? There was this note, you see. I was certain it was fake, but then I saw you and, well, I started to wonder. But I cannot leave. If you came through the caverns, you must have seen what I'm capable of. My father, yes. The affliction my mother gave me. She named it after him. I didn't know until I tried escaping. The wards were never for my protection. They kept others safe from me. If I had left with Dacia when we planned, she'd be dead. A living cure. A symbiote that protects its host with toxic spores. I would not be alive without it, and it would not thrive without me. All these years, she really has been trying to cure me so I might live a normal life. Why did I ever doubt her?
So now you know the truth. I'd kept this secret from Nathan his whole life. That he might not grow up knowing he was a monster of my own making. That he might keep his will to live while I sought a cure. After all, I gave him the Nahatan flu and cured him of that too. Delmin and I were trying to save the world. The promising fungal spore sample was on its way from Black Marsh when Delmin caught the very thing we were trying to cure. And I lost him. I had to know if the spores would have saved him. And now I know. Nathan came from me. I am enough of him that the fungal symbiote does not register me as a separate entity, and therefore not a threat to its host. That is when I named it. Delmin Mycota. The cure, like love, that would be with us always. The truth is a poor cure for love. I did not want Dacia to share my fate of being shackled to Tel Dreloth by her own heartstrings. So I tried to drive her away. But since hers is a love that clearly cannot be cured, I have devised a choice for her. If Dacia is willing, I can safely inoculate her with the same spores I used on Nathan. She will share his affliction and his confinement. But they will be together, and she will want for nothing, except perhaps her freedom. Then she can make herself useful and help me find a cure. I'll hire her on again. I need someone dependable to procure rare ingredients to keep testing possible cures for Delmin Mycota. Perhaps someday she can be one of my researchers. I've been studying Delmin Mycota for over 20 years. If anyone can find a cure, it's me. I'm not about to abandon my life's most important work. There has to be something that can eradicate the fungus once it's disposed of the Nahatan flu. What does it matter if she and Nathan are able to live out their days together? I'd only prioritize curing her. But I am a researcher. I am not above recognizing the benefit of additional subjects with which to compare results. My researchers signed on with me because of my area of study. They knew the dangers of Delman Mycota as well as its potential. All that space in the labs was necessary for safe experimentation. I regret their loss, but they knew the risks. Or, if I had time to think of a more believable lie to tell the both of them. I knew they had been meeting for quite some time. When I overheard their plans to run away together, I had to act quickly, or else risk Dacia's certain death. Of course I did. I was glad for it at first. Dacia brought Nathan happiness. If only they could have remained content being in love, with the wards up between them. It was only when they doubted me that things got dangerous. And now, here we are.
Nathan and I could finally be together. But the way to do so means becoming his mother's experiment. But I'd be safe, provided for. I'd get to dance and sing every day with the one I love. Some would kill for such a gentle life. Leaving for good is no option for me. My heart is Nathan's and his is mine. If I don't give up my freedom, I can help Cecile find a cure. I'd get to see the world like I always wanted, but I'd be in her service. And I'd be alone. Life offers no guarantee of love either. But I found that, didn't I? I don't see it as giving up my freedom. I see it as a choice of how I get to show my love. But my heart is split. If you were in my place, which would you choose? I made it this far. I can work and wander a bit longer to have Nathan by my side for good someday. Cecile and I are going to find that cure. Thank you for helping me see the best path forward, stranger. Here's your reward.
Dacia, I love you. I'm glad you're going to see the world.
Nathan, until you can see it with me, my road will always lead back to Tel Dreloff.
Welcome to my safe house, Proxy. Meeting Hermaeus Mora represents a rare honor. The one who knows materializes in a delimited projection. He chooses to manifest before few mortals. The threads upon which reality dangles are precarious indeed. What did Mora impart to you? And so I shall. The one who knows traced 3 crucial events to this area. Investigate each, and he believes we can expose the conspirators moving against Apocrypha. We may even stop them before the ultimate threat takes shape. I do not know. I was only presented with what was required to bring you to the right place at the right moment. You must determine why fate needs you in each location, then take the appropriate action. Many possible futures branch from every mortal choice. If we know the consequences of our choices, it changes the outcome. Therefore, Hermaeus Mora tells us only what he must. As fate's chosen, the rest is up to you. The threads of fate lead to 3 locations in this region. The necropolis of Necrom, the old tower of Telrendis, and the town of Alavelis. I shall open a portal to each, investigate them, and return here to the Necrom Bindery when you are done. An old bookbinder's shop, our temporary base of operations in this region. I secured it so we could travel to and from Apocrypha without causing undue panic. I doubt Necrom's authorities would approve of portals to an Oblivion realm in their city. In addition to the 3 to take you to the locations you must investigate, I summoned 2 gateways to Apocrypha. One leads to the Endless Library, a place of books as numberless as the stars. The other to Chroma Incognito, where lost fates linger. Only if you desire to do so. The threads of fate Hermaeus Mora asks you to investigate begin here in the Telvanni Peninsula. Where they shall lead us, I cannot say. But with the threat directed at Apocrypha, I thought quick access was prudent. A reasonable and prudent request. I shall provide what details I can, but I know little more than you do. Local history and politics are not my usual area of study. Which location would you like to know more about? Your choice must be your own, Proxy. Hermaeus Mora was clear about that. There. 3 paths are now arrayed before you. Which will you pick?
Do you think there's a sweet shop around here? Let's take a look. People watching at the Enclave is always so interesting. More people pass through here.
You've got the eyes of someone back from a fresh kill. And not in a bad way, mind you. In the very heroic, definitely good way. Who can trust anyone that wants to play around with time? We've got enough to deal with here and now. I don't even think about the past. Once I've made a decision, there's no looking back. And Undaunted don't worry about the future. Flying around through time just to clear out some dark elves? Now that's true dedication. You didn't happen to hear the outcome of any tribute tournaments, did you? I could place a few bets. Ha! Just kidding! You did great work, Undaunted. Every day you come, trying to get my attention. Followers of Malekith sent word that their home, the Oathsworn Pit, is under attack. Some new... Go on, then.
your service.
Looks like General Indari.